Police invites NDC National Vice Chairman Sofo Azoka over his finished term order to the party's youth. But tonight the party is justifying the comment, saying it was a charge to foot soldiers to stop the evil agenda of the governing NPP.
He could have also used attack them, he could have said beat them, but he chose to use finish them. And finish them here means finish the exercise, finish the process. Do not let them continue with that evil agenda of which we have had intercepted.
We'll hear more from the NDC, speak to the NPP in the region and get the latest from the police there.
NPP National Week.
Top stories brought to you by Gassam, the nation builder. Vodafone, the future's exciting, ready, and bond savings and loans. Your success, our passion. I am Ernest Manu. Tonight, the Ghana Police Service has invited the NDC National Vice Chairman, Chief Sofo Azoka, over his finished term order in a video that's gone viral on social media. The Savannah Regional Executives of the NPP today petitioned police there to investigate what they describe as violence inciting comment by Chief Sofo Azoka. In that particular audio or video, Sofo Azoka is heard directing party supporters to attack any NPP member who is seen handling any data collection book. Now, he allegedly made those comments at the Sola Tunakaba district in a meeting with the party people. Listen.
NPP National Week. If you see anybody in your community holding this book, going round, writing our people's names, Master, don't let him go free. Finish him. Don't let him go free. If you see him, to do what? They are not the electoral commission. Listen well.
And so that is what Chief Sofo Azoka is alleged to have said, and you had the right there making the comments. Now, as part of our peace agenda, these comments, we absolutely condemn them. But addressing journalists in Damongo yesterday, the Savannah Region NPP Chairman, Suleiman Idrisu, said the opposition party chairman did not understand the rationale for the data collection exercise, and we'll be bringing you some more on this. But he called on the security agencies to take note of the statements made by Mr. Azoka and urge supporters of the NDC not to engage in violence which may result in reprisals.
We call on the security agencies to, as a matter of agency, to take note of the growing stress from the NDC and its lazy executives. We have data collection materials in the Sola Tunakaba constituency, and we authorize to bring finality to such unfortunate trials.
And that's the Savannah Region NPP Chairman, Suleiman Idrisu. Let's go to the phone lines now. We're joined by the NPP chairman for the Savannah region, Suleiman Idrisu. We also have on the phone, the other line, the NDC's communications officer for the Savannah region, Malik Basintali. Let me start with you, Malik, Mr. Basintali. Can you confirm to us that Chief Azoka was indeed at the police headquarters today in the region?
Thank you very much. I am grateful. No one has reported to any police station anywhere in this country. As of now, we haven't even received a formal notice, a formal letter that Chief Sofo Azoka has been invited. Chief Sofo Azoka hasn't received any of that sort, any letter, to that effect, that he has been invited to any police station anywhere in the world.
Are you saying that he was not at the police station today?
Nobody has invited us. If he was at the police station, probably was for a personal reason. But I'm saying that the CID headquarters hasn't invited Chief Sofo Azoka to any police station through any formal means.
Yesterday, he was also not at the police station.
I am saying that if he was at the police station any day, it was probably for a personal reason. there is no official notification to him reporting to the police station as of now.
You're saying that he was not invited. We'll be getting the police on the line shortly because we spoke to them before coming on air. But you are justifying the comment. You're saying that he wasn't inciting the party's youth. Exactly what was he saying then?
Thank you very much once again. It is clear. And I think that his statements were very, very clear. And anyone who understands English will understand what Chief Sofu Azoka said. There's a clear difference between finish him to kill him. There's a clear difference between finish him to slap him. There's a clear difference between finish him to beat him. These are independent phrases, and they stand alone, and their meanings are totally different. I am surprised that people from the NPP will get so scared at this phrase to the extent that they are reporting Chief Sofu Azoka everywhere. And I mean, attempting to tarnish the hard-earned reputation of Chief Sofu Azoka. It is simple. If he wanted to say kill them, he could have said kill them. When President Akufo-Addo wanted to plunge this country into chaos, he said all die be die. He used it, I mean, very, very boldly. When Anthony Kabu wanted to plunge this country, he said Ghana will be like Afghanistan. In fact, Samia Awuku attempted and said that and used a warmer pistol. He said the fufu pistol should be used instead of even holding guns. Stop bullet trim. When Hawa Kumsin attempted plunging this country into chaos, she removed the pistol. A 16 or 18 round.
I'm sorry, Mr. Basintel. These are not good examples that have been condemned in the past. I'm just asking you to explain what Chief Azoka meant when he said that finish them.
Say that when those people were to use those unfortunate comments, they used them word by word. And so Chief Sofu Azoka could also decide to say kill them. And so if he saw kill them and finish them and chose to go for the phrase finish them, I don't see why somebody would sit somewhere and try so hard.
But it's a matter of semantics, isn't it? Because in our part of the world, we know that when you say finish them, and especially within the context in which he was speaking, it meant something negative, something evil.
If in every jargon language, the one who says it stands a better chance of explaining what he meant by it. Once the word cannot be found in English and has no dictionary meaning, it is left onto the one who says it to explain what he meant by it. And that is why you called me. And I'm telling you that what he meant was that illegal process that was going on was supposed to be stopped. So finish it, stop it. How can people from the NPP come to our homes with booklets claiming to be from the Electoral Commission?
What is illegal about that? Did they say that they were from the Electoral Commission?
They said they were from the Electoral Commission. Radio announcements were made. Community-based announcements were made that these were people from the EC. And when they came, they didn't come with those NPP booklets. They came with very, normal booklets, and they started taking data. Then they requested that our people bring out their birth certificates so that they take pictures of them. And they requested that they should bring their Ghana cards so they ascertain as to whether they are Ghanaians or not. Then, in the Sola community, we have a lot of Fulani there. So when they were requesting for the Ghana cards, some of them started calling us. And when we went there and we intercepted, we arrested the guy. He had first tried to deny that he was from the Electoral Commission and wasn't from the NPP. Upon further interrogation, he conceded and said he was from the NPP and that they were having a research exercise. So we told him that if you wanted to have a research exercise, you should have told the people. Because quite recently, the Electoral Commission has told us that they are going to expunge names of minors and foreigners from the register. And so we concluded that the NPP was attempting to do that, so they diabolically take these names to the Electoral Commission for them to be expunged. And we stopped it. And I have my house. And I said, I don't come to my house for a research exercise. If you come, finish them. End the process. Stop it. Don't let it continue. And people have a problem with that.
Assuming without admitting that what you're saying is really the case, that indeed they are told that people that were from the Electoral Commission, how is Finish Arm supposed to deal with that issue?
Finish Arm is supposed to end the issue.
How?
Finish Arm is we have already even practiced the Finish Arm. In fact, after 2 days ago, we went to a particular house where they called us that those same people had come there and were taking data. And when we got there, we told them that Chief Sofu Azoka had declared a finish arm, so they should stop the exercise. And we finished the exercise there and made them go back to their homes.
So what exactly are they supposed to do with the finish arm order?
The finish arm order is supposed to ensure that when those people come to your houses, stop the exercise. Don't let it go on.
Now, I want you to listen to this, and then I'll come back to take your reaction. Please listen.
Thank you.
Master, don't let him go free. Finish him. Don't let him go free. Finish him. If you see him, to do what?
You heard that, Mr. Basintele. He says, don't let him go free. I mean, how is that? And then continues to say, finish him. If you are instructing people to not allow anybody go free, obviously you are asking them to do something against that person.
And is that something positive or negative?
You tell me.
It is a positive one. It is a positive one. I don't see why finish him should purposely mean a negative thing. If you say don't let him go free, finish him, stop the exercise, and then end it there. Don't let it continue. Don't let him go to another house. Stop him. Tell him that you're not interested in it.
But you heard Chief say that don't let him go free.
And that is why I'm saying that don't let him go free to another house.
It is one thing to say that don't let him go. It's another thing to say that let him go. It's another thing to also say that don't let him go free.
And it's another thing to also say that finish him. These are independent words. And it's another thing to also say that beat him. And it's another thing to also say that kill him. These are all separate words, true or false. And
hold the line for me. Hold the line, Mr. Basintele.
If you have kill him, you have slap him, you have bite him, you have beat him, and you chose to use finish him, why will somebody sit in his office and because he is failing as a government think that finish him should mean kill him?
Mr. Basintele, hold the line for me, though. We have the Savannah Regional Chairman of the NPP also on the line, Alhaji Suleiman Idrisu. Thank you very much for your time here on Top Story. Now, we are told, Mr. Basintele is alleging that your men went around telling the people they were from the Electoral Commission. Is that what you're doing on the ground?
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. I don't think what Mr. Basintele is saying is true. I don't think what he's saying is true. In a political party, every political party in Ghana, we have research officers, research and election officers, and then we take data in our own parties. So that is why we have this new voter register, data collection booklet. Under that data collection booklet, we have name, sex, age, religion. I don't see why this thing should align to collection of what? ID card and other things. But please, let me tell you.
Were you doing that? Were your men doing that? Were they asking for ID cards, national ID cards, passport and other documents?
You would have seen that in the book. Did you see that in the book? You would have seen that in the book. Did you see that in the book? This is a Zongo constituencies. Zongo constituencies that we are carrying on a research to know how we can hit the grounds, how we can advise Zongo communities, how NDC used to take Zongo communities for, and now how His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, and his Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, how we have also taken Zongo for. Because NDC used to take Zongo to go and fight. They call Zongo people stubborn people. Today, we have created a ministry for Zongo, and we are building asphalt, we are building boreholes, we are building schools, we are building toilets for them, and we want to show them. You understand me? This data is just to see this man is Muslim, and that Muslim, we have so many sects of Muslims. We have Sunni, we have Shia, we have Tijaniya. And because of the COVID, you cannot do rallies. So you go to house to house. If we are able to identify this house is Sunni house, then we deploy Sunni people there to go and advise them. Because if you don't know somebody's set, you cannot go there and start delivering messages.
We need messages from them to campaign. My brother, that is justice.
So you are collecting data to inform the messages that you design for the various communities in the region. Is that essentially it?
Yes. And as I'm telling you now, if you get somebody cheating or taking people's ID cards, who are the appropriate authorities? Is it not police? Why did they take this into their own hands? And the boy, they went and attacked. Can they take him to police station to report it formally? My brother, Ghanaians are not fools. We are law-abiding citizens. And everybody knows it. My brother, look at this phrase. If you see somebody holding this booklet, finish him. What does it mean? Destroy, kill, condemn, end them, finish them.
Alhaji, we understand that your party made the report to the police. When was this?
That is why I am saying we are law-abiding citizens. And MPP respect the rule of law.
So when did you report this to the police?
We went to police station on Sunday to report. Because this book was seized by unknown assailants. And we came to realize that NDC, National Vice Chairman, holding that book. So definitely we have to report and then get our book back.
You're saying that they did not seize the book from your member and that they got it through other means? Hello? Hello, Alhaji Suleiman. Alhaji Suleiman, are you with us?
The line is not good. I'm not hearing you.
I hope this is better now. I'm saying that are you suggesting that the NDC vice chairman in the Savannah region acquired the book in a manner other than seizing it directly from one of your members?
The line is not good.
Okay, let's fix that line and get back to Alhaji Suleiman, who is the NPP's chairman in the Savannah region, Suleiman Idrisu. We still have on the line the NDC's communications officer for the Savannah region, Malik Basintele. Mr. Basintele, are you with us on the line, sir?
I'm loud and clear.
Great. So I want you to listen to this interview you granted us a while ago, and then we can have a conversation.
The police had invited Chief Azoka. They've invited the party to come and respond to issues pertaining to a statement made by Chief Sofa Azoka that went viral. And the phrase in context here is the phrase "finish 'em," of which some members of the New Patriotic Party sought to twist and then let it look so much like a very, very bad phrase. But the problem here now is that, finish him and kill him or end him, as they claim, he sought to mean, are two separate phrases. And so I am surprised that the NPP will want it to look as though he intended to mean kill them, whereas, he could have simply used kill them. And I have said that when President Akufo-Addo attempted some years back plunging this country into chaos, he used the phrase "all die be die." When Anthony Kabu wanted to do same, he used the phrase "Ghana will be like Afghanistan." In fact, when Hawa Kumsen wanted to threaten lives and sought to attack people, she pulled out a pistol and a gun and attempted shooting. And so if Chief Sofa Azoka also wanted to use very foul language, he could have simply used kill them. He could have also used attack them. He could have said beat them, but he chose to use finish them. And finish them here means finish the exercise, finish the process. Do not let them continue with that evil agenda of which we have had intercepted. And so I'm surprised that then, and we are a law-abiding party, the party is here to meet and take a decision as to the way forward in events like this.
And so that's the NDC Communications Officer for the Savannah region, Malik Basintele, who is on the line with us. And you heard him earlier say that Chief Azoka has not been invited to the police. Mr. Basintele, I'll come to you for your reaction to this. But we're joined by the acting PRO for the police in the Savannah region, Sergeant Ejekum Owusu. Thank you very much, sir, for your time here on Top Story. Chief Azoka, we understand, has been to your office. Tell us what happened.
Good evening to you and your cherished listeners. Yes, yesterday, MPP Nasara wing of the Savannah region came to police headquarters Savannah and lodged a complaint against Mr. Azoka for threatening them. Hello?
Sir, we're listening to you, sir.
Yes, for threatening them. It all emanated from a case which was lodged at Sola against the NPP. And then the NPP also came to the Savannah regional headquarters and lodged a case against the NDC. So it was those two cases that were being investigated. And then later, they came to lodge, the NPP came to lodge another complaint that Mr. Azoka has had a press conference in Savannah region threatening to finish whoever they see handling NPP NPP data collection book. So that is the case we are investigating now.
And so you invited Chief Azoka. Tell us the nature of your interaction with him and tell us exactly what happened. How many hours he spent at the police station?
Mr. Azoka has not reported yet. But looking at the nature of the case, Mr. Azoka's matter has been referred to the National Headquarters CID. So it is the National Headquarters CID who is going to handle Mr. Azoka's case, please.
So the case has been referred to the National Headquarters of the CID to handle this issue?
Exactly.
And so he's not been charged whatsoever?
Come again?
Has he been charged?
No. He has not even reported yet. But the matter has been referred to National CID to handle, looking at the nature of the case.
Okay, thank you very much. So that's the Sergeant Ejekum Owusu, the acting PRO of the Savannah Region Police. We still have Malik Basintele on the line with us. Will Chief Azoka honor this invitation if he's invited at the national level?
First of all, I've been vindicated in my stance.
Absolutely.
That Chief Azoka has not reported anywhere. And so it is clear that point has been made.
No, he was invited, but he didn't honor the invitation.
I am saying that no official invitation. They have called to inform. That is not an official invitation. They have not given us an official invitation. The sergeant that spoke right now had just called to inform. But they haven't given us an official invitation. And you know that when it has to do with security issues, we deal with very official notices. You know that. You
had said that he had not been to the police station, which is what the police has confirmed. But then he was invited by the police, and we've just heard the police say that.
And I'm telling you that no official invitation has been served. There are two different things. There's calling to tell somebody to come to the police station, and there's an official notice. We don't deal with calls. And so they had called and said the letter was coming. But the question was that have we received the letter? None. We haven't received anything of that sort. And so what I'm saying is that the party is yet to take a decision on it. If we haven't received the letter yet, how do we even act on it?
Will he go if the letter comes?
Well, that is a subsequent discussion. After the letter comes, we need to even read the content of the letter. We need to know what has been inscribed in the letter. We need to know the nature of invitation. We need to know to whose office is to report to and what have you. These are so many things. And so, all these components will be strictly interrogated after we have received that official notice.
And so are the youth in the region going ahead with this finish him order?
I have just explained earlier on that we have even started its implementation. And by implementing it, I led a charge to go and stop some people who were undertaking that registration at our branch chairman's house. And we stopped them peacefully. We made him go back. We just told him that, please, we are not interested in this exercise. Go back to wherever you came from. And we made them go. So the implementation of it so far has been very peaceful, has been very friendly, and I think that even the MPP is coping up with this implementation.
That's the communications officer for the Savannah region NDC, Malik Basintele, speaking to us there. Now, the police in here in Accra have also been reacting to a number of calls, especially from the Peace Council, on the violent acts recorded at the just ended voter registration exercise. Recall that yesterday the Peace Council issued a statement asking the police to update citizens regularly on the investigation so far and also the prosecution it has carried through. Well, the police has been reacting. Let's hear this interview. Director General Legal Kofi Boache gave this interview to my colleague Emefa Apau.
I think the elections the registration just ended, and the electoral task force chaired by the Inspector General of Police are now doing the assessment. They have the subcommittee to do that. Now they are here to present their report to the IGP. And when such reports are presented, we will make it known to the public.
Would you say it was largely peaceful? Did the parties behave themselves?
I think largely it was quite successful. There were a few infractions which we have taken note of and which we will address in due course.
Okay, so it brings us to the issues of our investigations of these infractions. We've had issues in Banda, we've had issues in Nkrakan, and then also the famous issue in Kaswa, for instance. The concern is that we are not seeing where we are when it comes to these investigations. Where exactly are we?
All these things are actually under investigations. Like I said, the elections ended last week, and now IGP has asked for a compilation of all these election-related offences, and the specific ones you have mentioned, a subcommittee task force has been set up which is dealing with such things, and I think in due course you will know what has happened.
But these delays, some people have said that it's a form of more like shielding, for instance, Howard Kumston, because by now we should know where exactly we are. The Peace Council has had cause to even say that we should have weekly updates on some of these investigations. Then we know that something is actually happening.
You know, investigation is not just a happenstance. It's a process. And you need people to come, give evidence, and based on such evidence, if a prima facie case is established, they can go to court. So I think you have to have faith in the police. IG is very much concerned about all these things and doing everything possible. And this is even manifested in the fact that we are doing this workshop, not for all policemen now, but we are now doing for the commissioners. The police is very much interested, and we have prioritized the prosecution of electoral offences as part and parcel of our role to control the elections and make it successful. So, in due course, definitely you have the results of what has happened. Nobody is shielding anybody. And don't forget, like I said, we just finished the registration, and all issues emanating from the registration activities is going to be taken care of in due course.
But if you say due course and 38 days exercise ends and we had these cases, 2 deaths, and we haven't seen any prosecution, we don't have updates on these investigations, how is that assuring enough?
And you said there is death.
2 deaths.
And you know the process we go through when you are dealing with murder, and it's not a one-day issue. And since they finished the registration, it's about 8 days. Now that we have finished, give us time and everything will be done. Nobody is shielding anybody. In fact, we gain nothing in shielding anybody, and we must trust ourselves that we'll do the best.
So what exactly is happening with Howard Kumston's case?
That one, the investigators will have to answer that. When it comes to court, then I have to deal with it. But it's still under investigation, and I think the CID Director General will have to answer that when you get to him.
Okay, so we've seen how the EC did it. We had weekly updates of the exercise. The Peace Council, like I said, is having cause to ask the police or advise the police to adopt such measures. Is it something that you're going to look at? Weekly updates of the investigation so far?
Weekly updates is laudable, but it's not possible in the police service to be giving weekly updates on cases under investigation.
And that's the Director General Legal of the Ghana Police Service, TOP Kofi Boache speaking to my colleague MFA Apauda. That's it for Top Story, brought to you by Vodafone. The future's exciting, ready. Gasm, the nation builder, and Bond Savings and Loans. Your success, our passion. Isn't it amazing when your network cares about you so much that they do amazing things for you? You guessed it right. I'm talking about Vodafone Cash, dropping all charges when you send money to all networks. You heard it right. It costs nothing, absolutely nothing, when you send money via Vodafone Cash to all networks. Just send any amount as many times as you want on any network, and you pay zero on any money sent. Just go ahead, make payments, show your love, make contributions, and send money to your loved ones via Vodafone Cash to all networks. Dial *110# to send cash for free. Vodafone, the future's exciting. My name is Ernest Manu. We'll take you to the studios of Joy News shortly after this block of commercials. The Vice President will be speaking today on the NPP's record of infrastructure, and we're having a special programming around that for you right after these block of commercials.